Hello and welcome to the High or Lows podcast, a 5th ed Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the world of Toraz. I'm Philip Martin, your Dungeon Master, and with me is Daniel Fletcher.
Don't drink the water.
Second up tonight, we've got Lizzie McPherson.
Hey, lovelies.
Smack bang in the middle is Laurie Crawford.
I much prefer the Kool-Aid.
Back from a very hectic week of work adventures is Mimbo Wang.
Hey everyone.
And last up tonight is Meeraiya.
Howdy.
So, previously on the High or Lows podcast, the group were in mid-combat against an Elder Black Pudding, an ooze-like creature, which was basically just running on instinct, but it packed one hell of an acidic punch. They found this while they were exploring an abandoned mining area, seemingly built and abandoned by the dwarves decades ago. Both Tweak and Thistle took heavy blows from the creature, leaving them scarred by the acidic ooze which it was composed of, and the group also realized that anyone attacking with melee attacks were getting acidic splashback from the creature as their attacks landed and goo was ejected. A final concern was the sizzling sound coming from their mundane weapons and armor as they made contact with the creature, and all of these combined to make this a particularly frustrating fight for the crew, but eventually they emerged victorious nonetheless. Then, after defeating the monster, they noticed a small tunnel going north, which would have to be crawled through to reach the next area. Callum went first to scout the area for the group, but after realizing it was seemingly safe, Thistle and Tweak were quick to join him. They noticed a caved-in wall on the western side, and upon further investigation realized there was also a caved-in tunnel leading downward. They also saw a door on one side of the room, and upon further inspection realized it was locked. The group worked together to get through the door, which took longer than expected due to some failed attempts to pick the lock by Tweak. But after breaching the door, they found some sort of storage room containing several useful items, which the group added to their stockpile. They also found a small locked box containing the more major prizes here, including another healing potion, a dose of antitoxin, and to Tweak's delight, one small pouch of Boom Boom powder. After gathering their spoils, they rejoined the rest of the group in the main area, proceeded to have a short rest to recover some of their strength, and this is where we'll begin, with the group several hours into the day and still not all that much closer geographically as they come to homeland. But hopefully some of the major obstacles have already been avoided, but who's to say? I suppose I'm to say, but you to find out. So yeah, we'll go, I'll just do a quick rundown of what the area you're in looks like. It's basically, you're in this caved-in area. You've got the track to your west. You've got this storage room, the open storage room to your right, and there's a little junction here. I don't think you actually took the cart into the junction. You've just got it on the main track to the west.
I think we flipped the junction and put it in because I do remember that being a bit difficult to do the junction.
Yeah, but the track continues northward. You don't see anything else of particular note around here.
Well, I guess we better just continue moving then.
Yeah, no point waiting around.
I think we cleared the room out.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Laurie, there was talk of dismantling the door. Or did you already do that?
No, I think it was going to take too long. So we just, if we need a good little bit of wood, we can come back.
It is a door's worth of wood, and that would be, that would have value down here, from what you've seen.
Would it?
It would.
Lol.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Let's get back to pushing this, I guess.
Yes, I guess if you could help me get it back on the track.
So have you sort of got one person just wheeling the wheelbarrow and one person with the cart at this point? Or a couple of people with the cart, maybe?
I thought the wheelbarrow was tied on top of it.
You can. I'll allow that. It'll be harder to slip stuff of bulk in there, but you haven't come across too much big stuff. I mean, you got this.
I thought you said the cart was pretty much full.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, with the wheelbarrow sort of perched on top of it. So yeah, you could put things in the wheelbarrow too, I suppose. Because you do have this length of chain now. I don't know, or have you just thrown that in Tweak's bag? Someone should be writing all of this stuff down because I'm not.
We've changed Giznat. Well, Boa to the carriage, and he's pulling it.
Has someone written down most of this stuff though, like the lantern and everything? Like, you know, who's holding that?
I wrote down the stuff that we found, but I didn't write down who was holding it.
Yeah, well, we might have to deal with this off air, but you know, like if you want any of that stuff specifically, write it down, lest it be forgotten forever.
No, that's cool.
I've just written down what I've picked up.
I've got it down to the rotten wood that I have in my inventory.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're carrying most stuff, Tweak, because you got the magic bag for it. You got the bag
Yes.
holding. So. Okay, so you guys go back to the cart and start pushing it northward. So after a short time, you see the collapsed wall on your right. You assume it's the same wall as the room you were in. And yes, and it's also got some of the roof of the cave sort of collapsed in on it as well, particularly focused around where the hole would be on the other side, if that makes sense. But there's also a space opening up to the left. But you guys can give me perception checks.
Just wondering which direction is the track following towards the left or fair enough?
No, the track continues ahead, just northward. And again, since you're not on a planet, north is relative. You've just sort of picked a direction.
Indeed.
That was 20 for mine perception.
Okay, so is your... Well, this actually doesn't work with you. Well, you notice a change in the ground as you're looking over at the room, and the ground, it's a smell of old ash, like an old fireplace, coming from the left side. Anyone that got above a 15 would notice like the ash, even if before you go into the room, you would notice sort of a little bit of ash and the smell.
Okay.
So do you continue north on the track, or do you go explore this area?
Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to check it out, or do you want to move forward? I'm happy either way.
What is it we're checking out?
The weird smell.
I mean, can you guys see anything? I can only see so far.
My vision's not the best at the moment.
What does it smell like? I can't smell anything.
You've probably just got a lot of general dirt in your nose right now from the dusty caves. It's caves, but there are built walls from time to time where the dwarves or whoever, you're pretty sure they're dwarves, built sort of walls to hold back the natural dirt.
We explore every side alley on our way there. We're never going to get to Homestead. But if you think there's something there worth looking at, then up to you.
I can smell something funky, but I can't really see too well. Like I said, I'm happy to keep moving forward, but if you guys want to check it out, I'm not against it.
Don't you have the dark vision spell running though?
Yeah, I'm watching the how many times I use that.
No,
In
but
case-
it's an 8-hour spell.
Okay.
If you cast it in the morning, yeah, you'll have it for like the whole day, so you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
I will go investigate then. I do have dark vision too.
Well, I got my magic is letting me see in the dark, so I can go with you. I don't want you to go alone.
Sure. I've got 60 feet of shades of grey.
I'll go as well.
Okay.
I will have a look around inside, pop my head and give it a sniff.
Yeah, you basically pass through a doorway. There is no door that you can see into a new room. What you see is, as you're going in here, the whole room is sort of covered in like a layer of like old ash. And you see like bigger piles of what would have been the ash where things have burned. In one corner, you can see what appears to be a very burnt out forge, but it is fairly damaged and burnt out. You know, so there is also an anvil sort of in the middle of the room. Also quite like charred, but it's an anvil. It's fine.
Well, I think we must have to go investigate that.
You also see to the north a doorway, and a south a doorway, and to the west a big old hole in the stone wall, the stonework of the dwarves, and a smaller cave.
I'd probably yell from the outside. Are we checking it out, or are we moving on?
I think Tweak wants to check it out.
Okay. I'll apply the brakes to the cart and untie the steel defender.
I'll yell back 2 doors, breach in the wall, and big old forge, and I'll head towards one of the doors.
I'll start looking into the forge. Just go through maybe the trimmings and what do you call the remaining bits of is it slurry or?
Yeah, there would be a little bit of slag down there that sort of just melted together. There would be little bits of slag sort of around the room, probably just like warped metal. Like, give me an investigation check.
Natural 1 + 8 is 9.
Yeah, you just sort of see little lumps of slag and everything. It does seem quite damaged. Like the forge, even with a natural 9, like the fire in this room was pretty hot.
It was a 1.
Yeah, even with that, like hot fire hit this room hard. Even the forge wasn't safe. You don't really see anything of note. Does anyone else want to investigate the room?
I can try, but
I'm just putting an ear to the door.
There's no doors. There are just doorways.
Oh, okay. I'll peer down one of these doorways.
South or north?
North.
North. You look in north, and you see actually the fire doesn't seem to have touched here just quite as hard. It's not just ash in here. You do see some very badly fire damaged furniture, like full black. And crumpled in areas, but like you can tell that there was furniture in this room at one point. You can sort of see the remains of a desk in the middle that sort of retained some shape, some shelves in one side, and like a table, and also a chest, which the fire has actually, it looks like the chest was made of somewhat sturdier, more fire retardant stuff than the rest of the room, and it has kind of retained a vaguely chest-like shape. It is currently open though.
Oh, just peer inside that.
Yeah, if you just peer inside, it's an empty chest.
I'll just use the end of the stone smasher and tap the bottom and just kind of. Does it feel like it could be a false bottom?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
What's everyone else doing? Is anyone else come to this room as Baracus is checking it out?
well, I went with Tweak and Baracus.
So yeah, so Tweak headed to the forge in the southwest, and Baracus went north to a doorway.
Yeah, so I would have gone with Tweak, and he said something before about somebody else doing an investigation check, and I rolled a 17.
Okay, 17. The forge, you're not super familiar with forges, but you understand the concept and all. It does seem like it would need some work, but it could be made functional again. But yeah, you don't know if it's really worth the trouble when there's like the forge that you guys saw with that was actually still alight somehow was much nicer than this one. You don't see anything hidden or any hidden gems.
Okay,
in the
cool.
forge. What about you, Baracus? What are you doing, Callum?
Probably just keeping an eye on people.
Yeah.
Trying to keep people within my sight.
Cool. And Chuck? You staying with the cart, or do you head in the room?
I will stay with the cart.
Cool. You'll just be there with Candle and Callum, you'd probably have to. The room is probably. Yeah, you could probably be by the door and sort of keep all three groups mostly in your range.
Cool.
Mostly. You'd sort of have to probably do little patrols as they sort of move further away from you.
I'd probably be more concentrating on the ones exploring shit, because the tunnel seemed a bit more safer.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Baracus, what was your investigation?
There's a chest in here, and I found some rope with a 17.
With a 17. There's no rope. Did I say rope?
My ears prick up straight away, and I'm like, "You found a rope?"
Yeah, I think he's just fucking with Tweak.
Okay, so with a 17, you tap the bottom, and you notice that no, there's nothing. Actually, no, there's no false bottom. But you sort of, just to be safe, you sort of give a quick tap on the sides and the front and back. And it's when you tip it against the left side that you hear a different sound.
Oh,
It just sounds different.
something. There is something in this chest. I'm gonna need nimble fingers.
I can have a look. Where's this rope, you said? Insight check.
Oh, I guess I gotta roll for that.
Yeah, Tweak can do insight. Ash can do deception.
Well, it was an 8 on that fast.
6.
Yeah, so you're just not very good at reading tieflings, I suppose. And whilst Baracus is got a half-hidden grin, you're just black and white. You can't really tell the difference.
Sort of hunched over the chest now, and then I'll step aside to reveal nothing but an empty chest. But before you prick me with one of those crossbows, there is something strange in this chest, sort of around, or on the outside edge. Can you see? Feel around here.
Oh, yes. I'm feeling.
Okay. Give me another investigation check.
Natural 1 plus 8 is 9.
Okay. So it's not actually too hard to find, and you do see that there is something in here, but you're just not sure how to access it.
Oh, I can feel something in there.
It might just have to be forced out. But it feels sturdy. Even if you were to force it out, what is inside there would still be okay. You just have to smash through this charred wood of the chest. Because it is quite charred. This wood is already quite damaged.
If you could give it a work over with that crowbar, I think we might have a chance of getting it open and having a look.
Yeah, let's have a try. I'll pull out. I've got a crowbar from my pack.
Yeah.
Unless we've been sharing the same one, but I think I have my own from the Dungeoneers.
Yeah, give me a strength check. With advantage with the crowbar.
Oh, you're right. I'll take the first one at an 18.
18. It's quite easy. You sort of take this crowbar and you don't even have to exert much strength, and you start ripping into this charred wood. And you it's not hard at all to get to it. Unfortunately, as you break off a section closer to the item, you hear a tss come out from the area, and I need both Tweak and Baracus to do Constitution saving throws. It's poison effect, so if you have advantage on poison, roll with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
12.
9 out of 10 chance. 14 for me.
Well, I can tell you right now that Twig failed and Baracus passed, and you're both going to take some poison damage. So that's 14 poison damage for Tweak and 7 to Baracus as you start coughing up this toxic gas. But as you cracked open that piece of wood, you did hear something metallic fall onto the other bits of charred wood that you were splintering about.
Oh, what's this?
Okay, tweet. Okay, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, Twig is just vomiting in a corner.
Sounds pretty normal to me.
You see a giant octopus tentacle that somehow, taller than Tweak is, just, come out.
Take a swig of my water skin. Well, I don't know if that was worth it as I walk out to the rest. Come on, Tweak. Up you get. But
You see a very nice
something.
looking dagger lying on the ground.
Oh, well, I've grabbed it now, despite the dangers there.
It seems safe. It seems like whatever the trap was the gas. The dagger itself is not trapped, seemingly. It's very nice. It's very sort of. It does sort of have very geometric design, hard angles, but like geometric in and ornate in that way. It looks sharp.
It wasn't for nothing.
Might have a look at this a bit later when we have some time, but might be good for trying things or very sharp.
Looks solid. It looks like this would be a fine weapon to use in combat. It's just a dagger, but a fine weapon.
What about that south doorway over there? Anything?
Don't know if anyone's looked.
No one's looked, but Thistle was left over there, like by the forge, as everyone else went to explore north. And you would have been able to just sort of peer in there, as Tweak was running over the forge. You just see more charred furniture in here. It seems like the fire did spread pretty heavily to this room.
There's nothing worth saving.
And I will say, with your investigation, it does appear that the fire did seem to start from the forge. Your fire is something you do understand more than a forge, and you do understand how fire spreads, and this does seem to be the epicenter of the fire.
Gotcha. So I guess I kind of go back to where Chuck and Callum are, and I just watch Tweak just throwing up, and I feel like dry heaving.
As you're walking back over and you're sort of like still sort of investigating the fire a little bit, you sort of notice a pile of like ash that sort of just strikes your interest, and you go over there and sort of have a kick around, and you notice something hard in the dirt.
I go to pick it, or like go to try to pick it up.
Yeah, you sort of just dig around in the dirt a little bit. It's sort of half buried and then got covered over with ash, so you can see why it would have been missed if someone came through here.
Yeah.
And it appears to be a warhammer.
Cool.
Nowhere near as nice as the dagger, but with a little bit of attention, you think this could see action again. It is completely metal, though. It has a metal handle.
I'll wait until everybody's like kind of reconvened, and I'll show them what I found, because it might be more beneficial to them than to me.
After blowing some squid chunks out of my nostrils, I will make my way back to the carriage.
And when you do, I say, what the hell happened to you?
Someone left a very interesting trap.
Isn't that kind of your job, to defuse traps?
I will look for traps more often now. Lesson learned.
That's good, because that's why we keep you around.
I thought it was for my sense of humor and good looks.
I keep you around for your good looks in your brain.
As while drooling as well.
He's starting to look a little bit two-facey after all that acid damage he took. And then a little bit green from all that poison damage he took. So Tweak has seen better days.
Disadvantage on charisma checks.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you have a very nice dagger and a very rusty warhammer, but it will still work. And then you've still got the breach in the wall, and you kind of just glanced into the southern room, but it seemed burnt out.
Well, really quickly before we move on, I found a hammer of some sort. I can't use it, but are any of you guys interested? And I show them the warhammer.
I think the only person here would be Baracus, but he's got that fancy hammer.
Yeah, and same applies with this dagger. It might need a closer eye, but I think everyone has a dagger at the moment. Probably not as ornate as this one.
Yeah, I think everyone's got. You've got kobold daggers and bone daggers. They're not great. They're kind of shitty, and I think maybe picked up some goblin daggers along the way. So the daggers that you guys are carrying are pretty cobbled together, sort of thing. And obviously, Callum, your sword is looking pretty bad right now.
Yeah,
Can Tweak fix your sword?
I think he would need to be back at that forge, like the good forge.
You could use this warhammer. You could probably use the material in this warhammer to do that as well. The warhammer is fully made of metal, so if you don't want it, you could smelt it.
That dagger, it's just a mundane dagger.
You don't know. It looks very nice, and someone put the effort in to trap it where it was hidden.
I mean, a potential +1 dagger is just as good as a short sword.
Has it been checked if there's no curse on it, or?
Well, I checked it by picking it up. But here, take it. And if I know anything about curses, we'll see if I'll let you take it. If you think it's going to be a better weapon than that piece of shit scimitar you have right now.
Yeah, the goblin made scimitars aren't that great. Yeah, I'd reach out and try and take it.
Yeah. Feels very well balanced. Probably one of the finest balanced weapons you've ever held.
My precious.
So I take it Baracus does not turn into Gollum.
No, he's got the hammer anyway.
How about this hole in the wall here? You looked in there?
No one really. You sort of walked past it a few times, but no one really looked in there.
I'll go take
Pretty big.
Gander.
It's like 9 feet wide.
Put my head in.
Yeah, it sort of goes a little bit and then quickly goes left after about 20 feet.
20 feet. Yeah, we might have a large exploration here. I'll have a quick look. You right back there, Tweak?
What do you mean by all right?
Are you still coughing up a lung?
I don't know if I have any lungs left.
Oh, you'll be right. And I'll just go in.
Cool. Give me a perception check as you head in. For now, you're still within earshot of everyone, so you're fine.
Ooh, that was almost going to be a bad one. 15.
15. With a 15, you notice a rat scurrying away down the edge of this corridor. You're not sure exactly where it went, but it disappeared pretty quickly. And in the far corner, you can see a pile of rubble in the corner, sort of a little bit lumped up, and then at the end, it turns left again.
Just put my head back out. Just more unseen corners, dead ends, rats. I don't know if they're the same ones we've fought earlier. We might.
See if you can catch one. Good protein.
I'd much prefer heading north, back on track.
How big was a rat?
He's going rafting. How big does the rat look, or did the rat look?
It looked like a relatively healthy rat, but it's disappeared pretty quickly.
At least 2 meals for you, Tweak, but it's gone. Probably back to its nest.
Nest?
Shouldn't have said that. Now he wants to get them.
Hey, Twig, can you see that rope over there in that far corner?
The
Rope?
one that he's hanging himself with already.
Insight check.
Oh God!
Natural one.
Oh.
That is
No
my
joking.
third natural one for the game.
I got 12 deception.
There's rope somewhere, Twig.
In the brain. Surely there's rope down these corridors.
Yeah, might be rope somewhere. But yeah, the breach did just seem to go on and then turn left again. You're not sure where it goes after that. But you can continue exploring if you'd like.
Come on, what's the unilateral decision? Are we heading on through the tracks, or we want to take a look-see down these corridors?
Well, give me an intelligence check, Baracus, actually.
Oh, good. Yep, that's a 3.
Yeah. You think that it might go on for a bit longer. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's definitely something down there, Tweak. For all I know, rope. As far as the eye can see.
Alright, well, let's just get to Homestead. I'm starving. I'm in pain. I can barely breathe. My lips are swollen and melted.
Yeah, maybe if we should just continue straight to Homestead.
Okay, so you're just going to start pushing the cart again?
Yep, looks like it.
All right. You push the cart again. And after, like maybe... You see it first, Baracus. You see another junction up ahead. Veering right. It's about 80 feet ahead of this room.
Another junction.
But the track also continues northward.
Onward north, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Yeah, continues on northward, and you can just keep on moving.
It's just the track at that junction. Does it kind of continue on to the darkness, or can we kind of see something down there?
You sort of have a look, and the track down there does seem to be in a bit worse shape. It goes downward, whereas the track north continues kind of not up, mostly level, but every now and then you're going up a little bit as you go north.
Well, if we continue following, I don't know, potentially false leads in this place, we won't ever get to Homestead, I think. So. Onward north, I say.
I don't know, I feel like that last one you found some good stuff.
True. It's a gamble.
At least as far as you can see, it does just continue on to the darkness. But the track does seem worse. It seems like, there'd be sections where you'd have to push the cart through dirt for a little bit before getting back on the track or lift it up. No boulders in the way or anything, though. So just continuing northward?
Yeah. Kind of want to get to Homestead, get our heroes welcome with our cart, and then backtrack if we need to.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just gonna have to remember all this shit if you ever decide to come back, but you probably won't.
Tweak, you got this? Junction going in that direction, and potential corridors back around that forge. Back there, if you're able to mark that forge. I'm sure we're going to come back to that forge. Looked interesting.
Oh, we've already got our forge. I will mark on the ground, maybe around the corner, and I'll put it in the map as well. Take some time to put it in my map.
Saves me from having to use my wicked intellect, memorizing all this.
But yeah, the track continues up northward, and this time it starts going at sort of a gentle slope upward for at least as far as you can see from this junction. It is going upward distinctly. I will get you to give me a strength check with advantage because you're all working as a team. But I feel like the strongest one of you should make a strength check just to see how you're going with this.
Something's got to go wrong, right? Oh, thinking of one, but a natural 2, so 6.
With advantage.
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 I took disadvantage. In that case, 16.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it goes on for a while though. Like this seems to just be the transition section, and so it's a gentle slope going upward for quite some time. Assumedly because people had to push carts up and down here.
Well, coming back down will be funner.
True.
Will you wait till I get this baby going?
And this section of track is in surprisingly good condition. You think you'd need to do maybe a little bit of work, but yeah, with moderate amount of work, it could be made pretty good for that sort of thing. If you want to make a roller coaster in D&D, I won't stop you.
I'll have to.
Eventually, you're pushing the cart, and it opens up, and you can see it opening up ahead and leveling out. And this section in particular is quite constructed on the walls and stuff. It seems like they made this sloping section, but up ahead it sort of opens up into sort of a more natural cave, still with dwarven touches and handiwork around this place. But you see like stalagmites and stalactites, which you haven't really seen in most of this place.
Still very much giving off the impression of like a kind of a ruins, old workmanship.
The stalagmites and tights. Give it away. Have we gone off course? Candle? Are we in the right direction?
Yeah, haven't heard from you, Kendall, in a while.
I mean, I think so. It's all I kind of remember. It's been a good while, but I reckon should be right.
How did you get away from this place?
What do you mean?
Survive? I mean, we met you days ago.
I keep to myself. Just do my thing. Try to keep out of politics. I know my hunting spots. Just survive one day at a time. Hopefully my traps will be nice and full when I get back.
Oh, yes.
And not rotten.
Did I give you that potion that we found? We found a potion in the chest back there. We did promise to give you one and an antidote.
I hold a potion or an antidote, that's fine. As I say, we can figure it all out when we get there if you want. I'll make sure they don't come at you. It looks like you guys will have plenty of trade with anyway.
Just get me some of that trappings and call it even.
As I say, I don't know what I'm going to get, and half of it will be rotten. Hopefully get a couple of nice things.
We do still have a little bit of food. Still got that basilisk meat.
That's true. I'd rather not eat that, though.
I'm sure there's someone who thinks they're a posh-like person.
I mean, I was almost tempted to head up to the mushroom forest and maybe do a little bit of foraging, but I didn't really want to. I figure I just want to see this through at this point. I'll check it out later. Okay, you're basically getting the cart almost all the way to the top of this slope. And yeah, as you see, this room opens up a little bit. It veers left and sort of turns. You can't actually see like fully in your eye line left, but to your right, you can see that it opens up. And it seems to be like quite about 40 feet high. Or, actually, no, more like 30 feet high, but like natural cave opening, stalagmites. So it would range, actually. There would be sections which would be like 40 feet, others that are like 20 feet. And you do see a path as you're getting up to. You do see one path, sort of going upwards, to your left, and right up ahead of the room.
Like branching off from the minecart track.
Yes, no minecart track there.
Yeah, but it's obviously trodden.
Yes, and as you basically all get to the top of the alcon bit and almost onto the flattened bit, I want everyone to roll initiative, and I also want to go get general gist of where everyone is, and also so who's in the lead? I will say who's pushing the cart first up. Who's behind the cart pushing?
But I guess
Unless if I'm not helping, I might be up the front with Thistle, but not sure if we need much more help on it.
I'm walking next to the steel defender at the front, and the steel defender is sort of like an oxen pulling the cart.
Yeah.
I'd be up the front, like it's been mentioned earlier.
So basically, got Baracus is the in behind, and then you got the steel defender up the front. Tweak, you're not riding the steel defender; it's just chained up to the thing. And then everyone else is up front. Is Chuck, are you sort of at the back, or are you up the front? You generally hang out the back with Candle, I suppose, but you don't have to always do that.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out next to Candle.
Yeah, so you guys you'd probably be roped into taking shifts, helping Baracus push the cart. But you're not pushing it entirely, just helping out a little bit since you're at the back, and the cart is heavy for this last bit. And someone had to give him advantage. I suppose the steel defender was. Oh, good. Initiatives, Callum.
That'd be 13.
Tweak.
18. Oh, no, 19.
Chuck.
9.
9. Thistle.
14.
And Bracket.
11.
11. Do you want to go before or after Candle?
I'm ahead of him, so I'll just say before,
Awesome.
I guess, geographically.
Okay, so this is a surprise round. You guys don't get a turn.
Steel defender, not surprised. Just to know.
I was just about to say that.
So I will say that the steel defender is dodging and is able to take his reaction. Is anyone next to him though?
I'm right next to the still defender.
Okay, awesome. Perfect.
What is it, Giznat?
So you're also standing there. You're up in this section. As you get into this level section, you looking around. You look to your left. You see another path leading left. This one seemingly goes downward. What is more concerning is you see some spears, like a net, a weird staff with some sort of like claw on the end. Also an intact shield of some sort. It looks like it's made out of like a shell or something. And also fragments of like other shell and coral. But you're only distracted by that for a millisecond. The stalactites in the ceiling of this cave start moving and flying towards you at speed. And they basically they drop from the ceiling and like they're weird octopus-like creatures with, how do I describe this? Basically, like it opens its cloudy eyes, and like from where it's like latched to the ceiling, a bunch of like octopus-like tentacles with like hooks on them. But they're only small. They're about the size of a large dog. No, about the size of a medium-sized dog, like a beagle. And they're going to swarm you guys and try to attack you. So I'm going to just have one for each as the closest ones go for you. That is a 9. No, because it's a disadvantage. That's why I rolled 2. It's only a 13 to hit you, Tweak. I'm guessing that misses.
Yes, it does. Yep.
Yeah. So there's this weird creature is flapping around you, like trying to like basically wrap itself around your head, but the steel defender sort of heads it off, nudges it off.
That's right.
Thistle, that's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Barak, Callum, you're probably next to Thistle, right?
If I'm surprised, I wouldn't have a reaction.
Ah, fair, true. Thistle, you take 8 bludgeoning damage as this thing wraps itself around your head and squeezes. You're currently blinded and unable to breathe.
Great.
Callum, one goes for you, and gets a 24.
Yep, that would hit.
5 bludgeoning damage, and you are also wrapped up.
That's kind of funny. Half of those things don't affect either of us. Like, you don't get affected by the non-breathing, I don't get affected by the blindness.
I know.
This is true.
So that was 5, sorry?
5, yes.
5 damage.
And
So glad
then
we don't have flat-footed rules for all the old school players. Pathfinder.
And then we have the ones going for the background. That's cool. And one goes for you, Baracus, and only gets 11. One goes for Candle and only also gets an 11. And one goes for Chuck. And unfortunately, that's a 24. So Chuck gets wrapped up with one of these things and takes 7 bludgeoning damage. And he's blinded and cannot. So that's only 2 of you, right?
Apparently.
So that's Thistle and Callum. And no, 3. Okay, so that was the surprise round. We go to the top. Tweak. You have this weird flappy thing around you. You also see up ahead of you, these things have attached themselves around the heads of Callum and Thistle.
Okay. I will first off cast Fairy. Are they close together?
Yeah, you're all close together. You get all 3 of them, and not yourself, but you would obviously get Callum and Thistle.
Yes, let's cast Fairy Fire.
Awesome.
I concentrate on this spell, and its lights flicker from the top of my crossbow.
22 on my save.
Yep, that saves. So the one on your head fails. The one on Thistle's head fails. The other one gets a nat 20 and passes. Thistle, what did you get on your deck save?
My still defender will attack.
12.
I think that would fail your DC, right, Tweak? Yeah, it would. So Thistle would get lit up, but as do 2 of the 2 ones on your heads. So your bonus action to order the Steel Defender.
Yes. And the Steel Defender will attack the one closest to me.
Yep, roll to hit.
Rolled 17.
Hits.
Ooh, 10 damage.
Awesome. Yeah, with 10 damage, the one near you looks substantially hurt. Still ready to fight a little bit, but like that rocked its world. Okay. Thistle, you have a thing around your head and are currently blind.
Not that that really bothers me, but I'm gonna cast Symbiotic Entity.
Okay, that's an action, right?
Yeah.
It gives you like a 16 temporary HP.
Yep.
You do extra poison damage on your attacks, and it increases damage to your thing. Yep.
And I'm gonna. Oh, that's an action.
Your bonus action, like Shillelagh or something.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that on my club quarter staff.
Awesome. Callum.
Well, good time to test out this dagger. The one on Thistle was lit up as well.
Mm-hmm. It's weird because technically Fairy Fire wouldn't really help you, but whatever.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that, like, how would it actually help? But I don't know.
The warm glow.
Yeah, it's warm.
I will take a swing at the one on Thistle.
Okay.
That would be, I think it's 16.
Yep. And we'll just go ahead and add a +1 to hit on that. That
Cool. And sorry, I was going to bonus action Planar Warrior. If I can just quickly.
Yeah, you can do that.
All the goodies coming out.
So that would be 11 damage total, with an extra +1. I'm assuming.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I'll do that math for now.
Okay, I'll leave it at you. That's 10 damage from me. Force damage.
Yeah. You could move, but yeah. Do you want to?
No, I'll stay. I'll somewhat stay where I am.
Okay. Candle did not get wrapped. Sees Chuck wrapped, and he's back there with him, so he pulls out a dagger and stabs it. And hits. And I will roll the damage. 13 damage to the one wrapped on Chuck's head. And he will... Yeah, that's all he'll do. Brackus.
Okay, Hex, and I'll try to unentangle Thistle.
You're back there with Cam, Chuck, and Candle.
Oh, okay.
And,
That's cool.
and Chuck has one on his head. Thistle and Callum are sort of up in front of the cart.
Cool. Then I will go for the one on Chuck, which I do not have advantage on. So I'll give him that dice. Is that right? Because of no fire, yeah.
Not on this one, no.
13 to hit.
13 to hit hits. So you're going for the one on Chuck's head, not the one flapping around you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go for the one on Chuck's head with a 13, and I will flame up as a free action. I later realized, so all up 9 points.
9 points. You swing your hammer, and it almost clocks Chuck's head, but you sort of get the top right above that where the floppy creature is flapping about.
Hey, watch where you're swinging that thing.
I thought I was. Just move a little left. Right there.
So, now that is your turn. Did you want to do anything with your movement? Or are you just going to hang out here in the back?
I feel like I'm kind of within threat range of this one above my head. So I will hang about.
Okay, so it is now their turn.
I was forced.
Yes, on the one on your head.
Yes.
I got a 17, so I think that's past no damage, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I tried.
Okay. So the only people that notice this would be Tweak and Candle. So Tweak, you notice everything goes dark. And you have dark vision, but everything goes legit dark.
Oh, it's dark in here.
Like really, really dark. One of them tries to attack you. Oh no, sorry. It's still disadvantaged with the Steel Defender's reaction. But that is a 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
So that's only 5 damage, but your head gets wrapped up. Now Baracus one tries to wrap around you, and that is a 19 to hit.
All hits.
7 damage, and it goes dark for you now. And then Candle gets a nat 20 against Candle. His head gets wrapped. Oh, that's max damage against Candle. 11 damage. Candle's not gonna like that. This was not supposed to be like an intense fight, but we'll see how we go. Alright, Candle's hurt. Chuck, you got a goddamn thing on your head, but like you can feel like some blood trickling down your like face as this thing's obviously been hurt, as it's been stabbed and a hammer's gone for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna mind sliver it.
Okay. Oh shit, I got a 13.
It saves.
Just, I'm guessing.
Yeah, literally 13.
I mean, it should be a creature you can see, but you could totally see it on your head, so I suppose that makes sense.
You can feel its blood, yeah. You can see it.
I'm gonna burn a spell slot and Misty Step out of the way.
Misty Step is something that you can see though, so you can't Misty Step.
I can't see anything at all.
No, this thing's wrapped itself all around your head. You're fully blinded, and you're actually unable to breathe as well, while this creature's wrapped fully engulfed your head.
Okay.
It's actually everyone in the group's head's engulfed right now, but some of them are quite badly hurt. Tweak, the Steel Defender isn't though.
I will cast Hero on myself.
Yep. And then you've got your bonus action for the Steel Defender.
19 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage. Force damage.
Yeah, the one on top of your head looks pretty badly hurt. Yeah, but still alive. Thistle.
Okay. I'm gonna try and cast Shatter on this thing.
So Shatter is an AoE spell. I'll allow you to do it, but you're going to hurt your whole group and possibly the cart and the wheelbarrow. Shatter does.
Oh, I don't think Tweak would be happy with me.
Shatter does structural damage to things.
I don't think
Yeah.
Twig would be alive to be happy with you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I have to stick with the basic quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Well, you do extra damage with your symbiotic up.
I do, but I guess I was hoping to do something a little extra. Give me a sec.
I have a feeling you don't have to do much damage to it. Well, depending, because I did a fair bit to it too.
You are attacking with disadvantage. Oh, no, you're attacking as a straight roll. But yeah, just no advantage because it is verified. So what'd you get?
It's not verified anymore.
I thought it was still verified.
No, that's concentration. Same with heroism.
Oh, okay. So what did you get to hit?
20 to hit,
Oh, yeah, that hits.
and bludgeoning damage of 7.
And your poison damage?
My poison damage?
I believe it's 1d6.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check it.
I rolled 19 on a Constitution save against concentration.
And that's 5.
So it's 12 damage altogether.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, I'm trying to be better with this concentration. Yeah, I'm still got Hex.
Okay, so the one on your head is still there, but it does seem very badly damaged.
Good.
Callum, you're up.
Well, might as well get that last one off. Last bit of health. I will attack. Straight roll. It's over 20 to hit. I believe that will hit.
Yeah.
Playing a warrior, of course.
It's very likely that you will kill it.
But yeah, probably. I do 12 damage.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And then I will, suppose, kind of rip it off Thistle's head if I can.
Yeah, you can do that as part of the attack. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then move on to Chuck. No, not Chuck. Tweak. Just kind of get next to him.
Yep. Yep. So that candle is wrapped up by this thing, and he doesn't like that, but he's just going to do his steady aim and hope for the best against Chuck's one. And that will work. Would he get his sneak attack? Okay, so that's 5 damage, and then he takes out his other dagger. Oh no, he wouldn't be able to do that. So it's 5 damage to the one on top of.
You should get your sneak.
You think so?
Well, it depends how you do cancelling out. Because he'd have steady aim, so that'd be advantage, disadvantage, and there's someone within 5 feet. So
yeah, it's only 4 extra damage, so the thing is still just alive. But I will give it. So that's Candlestone. Baracus.
Okay. So what have we got around?
Your head is wrapped by a fresh one, but you also know Chuck's over there as well. But you're full blinded right now and unable to breathe as well.
True. So I can attack without disadvantage on the one that's trying to give me a head towel.
No, it's still a disadvantage roll.
Disadvantage?
blindside.
Oh yeah, blindside. Yeah, you're
That's
fine.
what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Actually, blindside, you can hit any of them. You can actually, with your blindside, you can see the one on top of Chuck's head is struggling.
And does the one on top of Chuck's head look weaker?
Yes.
It's like a quick kill. I'll go for that one.
You reckon if you make contact, it's done?
I'll go for that one. So
Plus, that's the one
not
you hexed.
advantage.
So
Indeed, yeah. And actually, to that point, I am going to be swinging my Warhammer one-handed. So let's just see if that connects.
So you don't get advantage
Oh.
if Fairy Fire's not there anymore.
he's going for a different one anyway, and he's got blindside.
No, but Fairy Fire's dropped because I cast Heroism on myself.
Yeah, that's it. He's doing it in the back ones. But what did you roll there, Ash?
It was a crit, so I won't burn a spell slot, knowing it's basically hanging on its haunches, but
Yeah, like you can decide how you
like
roll.
21.
It's dead. It's fully dead.
21 just smack it to the back wall.
Yeah, this thing just smacks into the wall. Chuck, all of a sudden you can breathe and see again. Actually, no, you can see again, but everything is fully dark. Actually, no, back here it wouldn't be. You see up ahead just basically the cart. You can't see the cart anymore because it's just dark there. Even though you have dark vision, you can't see there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I will say I'll just finish off this round of attacks because it's something I don't normally do. But I will pull out my dagger and swing with that as a bonus action.
And you can only do that if you have the feat, which I don't believe you have, because it's not a light weapon in your main hand. That both weapons have to be light.
Oh, okay, you're right.
You can move your hex if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to do that next round, but I will.
Yeah, no, the creature is
Oh, yeah,
dead,
I
so
can
you
do it
can
this
now.
Yeah, that's right. Are there any other people being wrapped up apart from myself?
You and Candle are both within that you can see.
Candle, okay, he's good. So I will hex the one on me. It's me.
Yep, awesome. So it is their turn. So the two around
Which
on.
was
Yeah, which one? Tweak or Callum's?
Callum's.
That is a 14. Is that a pass?
Unfortunately, it is.
Okay. So, Callum. It tries to squeeze your head, but you're able to somehow shrug it off. Like you just like make your head really hard, and it doesn't do any damage to you. It doesn't crush your head.
I am a Pokemon. I use Harden.
but it doesn't do any damage. The other people don't their heads are wrapped up, don't take any more damage. But yeah, everything would go black for you, Chuck. And why don't you give me an Arcana check as it happens?
What?
Give me. Do you have some Arcana check?
Oh, right, yeah. 18.
Yeah, so you see like this darkness effect emanating out of the creature on top of both Candle and Baracus's heads, and it sort of just comes out and spreads, and all of a sudden you are in darkness. That make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, and then this does seem to be some sort of darkness spell effect. But that is their turns, and it is your turn now, Chuck.
Firebolt.
Which one? You've got one on Candle and you've got one on Baracus. They both seem untouched.
Candle.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, traitor.
How is that traitor?
It's like I just saved your scalp.
Oh, Candle helped. Candle helped, and
It is a good call.
and Chuck and Candle are like sort of buddies in the back anyway. So they're like if you're using the buddy system, Baracus's buddy is Tweak. most of the
Also,
time.
he is about to die. Like, I think you'll survive another round.
Wait, help me, Drew.
And you're much more capable fighting blind.
This is true.
Yeah, Candle likes fighting at range. Yeah, roll the hit.
I rolled a 14, and then
That hits.
6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Nice. Do you want to do anything else?
I want to try to walk out of the darkness if I can.
Yeah. Oh, shit, that firebolt would have been a disadvantage, but fine. Because you don't see through magical darkness, do you? Only Barak.
Nope.
Yeah. You can. You can walk out of the darkness.
Well, I rolled a 16 on the second one, so
Still definitely hits 100%. Yeah, you start walking back down sort of the alleyway, the slope, the incline ramp. Cool. Tweak. Your head is wrapped up.
Can I
What
just
was it?
pull it off my head and throw it against the wall?
Give me a strength check.
12.
You try, and you feel like you've almost got it, but you don't get it. It's still there. You could order your Steel Defender to try.
My Steel Defender's going to try to stomp it off my head.
So is it going to attack it, or is it going to just try to rip it off?
I think at this stage it's just going to attack it.
Yep.
8.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Get this thing off my head!
Thistle, you can see. Actually, no, you can't see, but you sort of have a vague idea of what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hope for the best and just try and hit it with the quarterstaff.
So you're going for Tweak's like muffled screams, or Callum's muffled grunts.
Oh my god! I gotta choose. Oh, they're both assets.
And Tweak does seem like he's struggling harder with the whole situation. Like he's literally screaming as it's happening, whereas like Callum's still being moderately stoic about it all.
Tweak. I got an 18 to hit.
Got disadvantage.
12 to hit.
That hits.
Woo! And it's 7 bludgeoning damage.
And your poison damage.
That's plus 8. Give me a sec. 3 poisoning damage.
Cool.
Necrotic, by the way.
Necrotic. It's definitely quite badly hurt, but still alive. Do you want to do anything else? Movement or anything? Bonus action?
Bonus. Is there anything interesting? Not really. I'll give it a miss this turn.
Okay, Callum.
Oh, next to Tweak now, so I have to put Planar Warrior on that one and take a swing.
Yep.
Ooh, that might not hit. That's only a roll to 3. What are my pluses? I have +6 normally. Oh, if you said I get +1 to that, it should be 10.
So because you can see everything, you would be able to flank the one on Tweak.
Okay, I'll take that.
Because Thistle is also going for it, as is the Steel Defender. You've got various tactical positions you can go for.
Well, that would bump it up to a 17.
Hits.
That would be very minimal damage. 7 damage total.
Oh, it's still alive, but only just. Okay, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Candle is going to he's not happy about this situation. He pulls out both his daggers and he's just gonna stab. He's just gonna double stab at the one on his head. And that's gonna hit. And that's gonna miss. Actually, that's in that one. That was in that one and in that 20 on disadvantage, actually. So I think Campbell is stabbing himself in the head slightly. Which is sad, but things happen. Minimum damage, so 5. He did more damage to the Dark Mantle. Oh, did I just give away what it was? Oh, well. That was Candlestone Baracus.
Herein lies the perfect argument of why someone with Devil's Sight would hang on to Blind Fight. This is the perfect situation.
This is true.
Well, what do I see? Tell me what I see.
You see a frantic Candle with 2 daggers in his hand, stabbing at his head, and he just sliced himself he sliced his ear a little bit with his left-handed strike. You see Chuck out of not his head's free, and he's run out of the darkness. You can't really tell why he's running though, because to you the magical darkness isn't there. But it seems like people that are free are still having sight problems, even though they're not wrapped up.
Yeah, something is going on. Well, see with this thing on my head at the moment, I'll just flip Stone Smasher in my hand for a bit more of a delicate approach. Piercing side, and I'll go for a swing. 13 again.
Hits.
Oh, it is a 17.
That's a lot of damage. Okay. That's your turn?
And yep, that's it.
Okay. It's the Dark Mantle's turn. So Thistle, you want to do your Halo again?
I suppose, yeah.
It gets a nat 20, sorry.
I can't win with this thing.
Okay, so the one on Callum's head squeezes, somehow gets a 9. So Callum he's got a really hard head. Whatever. Tweak.
No one disagrees.
That's a 10 to hit Tweak. So it's trying to crush you. It's just not getting the leverage to where it's able to crush you because everyone's just surrounding Tweak.
Because of my enormous brain.
Candle. Candle. Candle gets crit again. For another 12 damage. Candle is not looking good.
Health-like.
Single digits.
Ooh.
Baracus. That's an 8 to hit you, so you're okay. Chuck. You see no, you don't see Candle struggle. You hear Candle and Baracus struggling with their things.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay, roll to hit, disadvantage.
So 12. Plus 12 hit?
12 hits, yep. So I was just doing something.
6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Yep, that happens. And then all of a sudden, the area around Baracus and Candle is not dark for you anymore. Beyond that, the area is still dark, but not that area.
Cool.
I feel like all the changes around darkness are happening around Chuck in the back, but that's okay. Tweak.
Okay. I will try to... there's not much I can really do.
You feel the blood of this creature sort of just pooling out into your head, and you know that it's hurt.
Always just tilt charge. You gotta get disadvantage no matter what.
Yeah, true. I will put my finger to my head with this thing on my face, and I will cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, roll to hit, disadvantage.
That would be 11.
Hits.
It hits. All right. 9 damage.
You freeze this thing, and it basically just shatters to pieces and starts falling off your head.
Die, scum.
And you defender still can take a turn, and you see actually you don't, but you hear Callum struggling in the dark.
Callum. I will send the Steel Defender to rescue Callum in distress.
Okay, roll to hit. Disadvantage. Oh, the Steel Defender doesn't have blindsight, does it?
I don't know, but I got a natural 1.
No hit then. But actually, roll the damage.
9 damage?
Yeah, Callum, you get bit by the Steel Defender for 9 damage. I don't normally do 1 fumble damage, but your head is literally wrapped up by this creature.
Doesn't have to go against my AC. I mean, I could see this perfectly.
All right, roll to hit again.
Me?
A lot of
yes.
damage.
7. There's
Okay.
another 1 then. Actually, no, that would be 12 damage. Sorry, 12 to hit.
Yeah, 12 wouldn't hit you, Callum. So yeah, you see this, you steal the Steel Defender's jaws just to coming right around your head, not the creature, and you dodge out of the way. I'll give you that. Thistle.
Okay, well, I'm going to experiment a little bit. So for my bonus action, I'm going to activate my Flame Blade, and I'm going to try and help Callum out.
Okay. You start Flame Blade. You don't see the fire of the Flame Blade.
Weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But you feel the
I
heat
think
of it.
I feel like, is it broken?
No, you feel the heat of it. You just can't see it.
Okay. Alright, well then I'm going to try and swing it in the area that I thought I saw Callum in. So, disadvantage?
Yep,
Alright, 16 at disadvantage,
that hits.
and that's 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Okay, cool. Callum.
Don't forget to plus your
Oh yeah, plus 6. Necrotic.
D6.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I said that.
Did you roll the 6? Cool.
Doing it now, and I got 4 damage.
Awesome. Callum.
Okay. Now that everyone else seems safe enough,
Except for Candle and Baracus, but you can't really see that very well. Oh, at the edge of you. They would be on the edge of your vision, probably.
yeah, it's probably getting to the point where it's like, might as well get rid of the one on top of my head and help those out. So I will put Planar Warrior on the one on my head and have a swing.
Yep.
14,
14 hits.
12 damage total.
Seeming pretty hurt. Cool. Candle is just going to use the 1 dagger this time because that hurt. Fuck gets in that one again. You see Candle fall.
You've been complaining about not killing any of us.
I'm killing myself.
Candle's one of us.
Does he get death saves?
Yeah, but he just falls. He just fell. Yes. Yeah, he's a DM. You see, Baracus. You see Candle fall next to you with your blind sight.
So with that seeing, the one on me and the one that was on him, which one looks sturdier?
The one on very similar.
Okay. Yep. So I will. Can I get to him? Like he's right. He's right.
He's
there,
right.
right?
He's right there. You're all in the back together.
Okay. Hexblade's Curse bonus action on his one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to peel it off him. 14. No,
That hits.
16 to hit. And all the damages. Oh. 16 up. Hold up.
16 damage. Okay.
16 damage.
Yeah. It is just still alive.
Are you kidding me?
It is their turn.
And I just yell out, someone heal Candle. And I'll kind of kneel down and fish around because he's got a potion that's around there, doesn't he?
Tweak's got the potions. No one.
Okay.
I don't think you.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
I gave him the potion.
Yeah, you gave him a potion. So Candle does happen to be carrying the one potion you gave him just moments ago.
Okay. I'll fish around, but I can't really interact yet.
Yeah, it is their turn. So I'm guessing you do the Halo of Spores again.
Yep.
This time it's a fail.
Yay! And I think that's 1d4.
I think it's 2d4 because you're in.
Oh,
your
2d4,
mode.
yeah. That's 8 damage. 8 necrotic damage.
Awesome, max damage, great. Callum, that's an 11 to hit you. Baracus, that's a nat 20.
There it is.
You get squeezed hard for 13 bludgeoning damage.
13. And the other one, Candle's one, isn't killed yet, is he?
No, it's still just alive. Actually, I'm gonna roll something.
I yell out pretty hard. But I'm not down yet.
Yep, being the operative word.
Phil's rolling is the one on his head going to attack Candle or not? Dice.
How does Candle die? If he dies.
Yeah, and then you hear a crunching sound coming from Candle.
Oh no.
And it's a guaranteed crit.
Chuck, you're up. You see this occurring.
I am gonna walk to Candle and then I'm gonna bring him up.
Okay, how much are you gonna put into him?
I don't have it like that much, so I'll put everything into him.
I think it's 4, right? It's your level.
Correct.
Awesome. So 4. He is out of death saves, and you're up there with this creature. Tweak. You're no longer wrapped, but you are still in dark. Actually, yeah, you are still in darkness.
Oh, I will. I guess cast Ray of Frost with disadvantage at the one on Candlekeep. Candle.
You could go for the one on Candle. Yeah, you could go for the one on Candle.
Or
the one on Callum. Or the one on Brackus.
Candle looks like he's struggling a
Yeah.
lot.
Like, you sense more movement coming from over there, but he's not doing well.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
That is gonna be more like 6 to 1 this game.
Fucking roll that again and see what. Roll that another d20.
Natural 20.
Another game.
Oh shit!
What?
I actually did.
Roll 2d8.
Are you killing our NPCs?
He's doing his best.
I got 9 on the dice plus 4.
There's no plus. There's no.
No, there's no plus. Yeah, 9.
Okay, 9. Okay. Less movement coming from Candle, but at least, I mean,
I think I got him.
the Steel Defender. You want to do it? You can use Steel Defender just by the one on Callum, or do you send it over as well?
You can curb stomp him.
And the Steel Defender will run over. Oh, actually, who was he attacking?
He was going for the
before?
Callum one.
He's gonna help Callum.
Also attacking with disadvantage. Tweak, you have the craziest luck though. Remember that night you were just like you rolled like 5 d20s, and tonight you're just like 6 d1s.
I'm
Well,
thinking
that
like
was
those
16 to hit.
16 hits.
20s last time.
The darkness ends, and you're probably gonna kill it too.
Yes, it got 10 damage.
Yeah, the one on Callum falls, and the darkness is gone. The only people that are blind now are Candle, technically. So that was Then we've got Thistle. You can move around if you want, but yeah, Thistle.
So the big thing's dead?
There's in your area, yes. There's still one on Baracus and one on Candle, who is not moving.
Should go over to Candle. For bonus action, I'm going to give him Healing Word.
Okay.
And I think that's... Yep.
How much health do you heal for?
5 healing.
Awesome. And you still have your action.
And yeah, I'll give my Flame Blade a go again.
You can see it now. It's nice and hot and bright.
16 to hit.
That hits. And you're still going for the Candle one?
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
And that's 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. It dies. You slice it and it basically just cuts off in half. And Candle just like pops his head out of the like slice that you did. It just takes a big massive.
And you
breath.
see me kind of heal up a bit, like come up from 1 hit point.
So how many lives have you got left, Candle?
1 less, maybe 2.
Hmm.
And then it is Callum's turn.
Oh, only one left, so go for the one on Barax's head.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage as well.
Nice. Well, Planet Warrior. Ooh, that's a 20.
That's a hit.
A very Baracus crit. That is 11
74.
total. I rolled 3 ones.
These crits.
Okay.
11, not terrible.
Yeah, you move over there, and Candle is just going to position himself and flank with you. And yeah, that's going to hit. And then with his other dagger, he also hits. So Candle just goes up to this thing, and I'll just double check the damage. But yeah, and just says, "Motherfucking die, you motherfucking goddamn varmint! Fucking stab, motherfucking stab!" And basically just continues swearing as he stabs the one on Baracus to death. Fucking get a fucking 50 times more fucking.
Slow down, you're going to tenderize the meat.
Did Candle almost die like 3 times?
Twice. Arguably 3 times when he was on 2 death saves. But yes, I think we'll end the episode there. But you saved your guide. Who's at times wasn't the best guide, at other times was pretty good, you know. That's it for this episode of the High or Lows podcast. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Twitter at High or Lows with underscores between the words, or you can find me at Phoebster.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a 5-star rating and review, which is one of the best ways you can support us. You can also join the discussion on our Reddit and Facebook pages, or even our Discord server, and maybe play some games with us. Links can be found in the description below. Special thanks to Sirenscape for the background audio and Alex McPherson for providing the opening theme. I hope you can all join us next time as we continue on our adventure.